Welcome back to Dreamlight Valley. We are going to pick up where we left off by bringing the Sword of Truth to Fauna. If I can figure out where I am going. Alright, this is where I'm going. And give the Sword of Truth to Fauna. How wonderful! You passed the test. Remember, Queen Ducky, kindness isn't something dull. True kindness is as sharp as any sword. I'll keep this safe for now, but here, I'll open the chamber to Flora's test. Good luck, dear. Yay! Alrighty, and now we go to Fauna. Hey. The Trial of Song. Well, as usual, time to clean up. Hope you guys are having a good night, a good evening, a good afternoon, and a good morning. I'm just gonna be over here cleaning, making everything somewhat more accessible. Yay! Alright, looks like music. So I'm probably gonna have to go into furniture mode. And then play a... I don't know. I thought maybe I could have to, like, play something. I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. So let's see. The piano notes ring truest from the side of the stage. The harp and the cello work best when placed beside each other. One dancer ought to be between the cello and the piano. Okay. So I gotta put them in a specific order. That should be easy. So let's see. There you go. I had confidence you passed Merryweather and Fauna's test, Queen Ducky. Now remember, these trials were meant to challenge Aurora. Fauna gave her gift of song when she was born. Do you have the gift of song? I couldn't hear you. I am very musically talented. Then you'll have no trouble at all. First, you must find your way to arrange the shadows for the dancers. Then arrange the instruments correctly. If you use the gift of song, you'll do just fine. Okay. Alright, let me read this again. The piano's notes ring truest from the side of the stage. The harp and cello work best when placed beside each other. One dancer ought to be between the cello and the piano. Okay, so the harp, then the cello, the dancer, then the piano. Alright. The lute sounds best on this side of stage. There ought to be a dancer between the lute and the harp. What am I... There's no furniture mode. What? Okay, let me get up here for a second. Perhaps... There's no furniture mode. How is there no furniture mode? What? Open the furniture mode. Okay. Open the furniture mode. It goes cello. Okay, the lute's in the right spot. Let me read this again. The lute sounds best on the side stage. There ought to be a dancer between the lute and the harp. Alright, let me go back upstairs. Okay, so those on their correct positions. What am I... Okay, now for the cello. The harp and the cello were best when placed beside each other. There we go. Bring the Cape of Song to Flora. Oh. Oh, the cap. I don't know why I said cape, it's Cap. Wow. You've triumphed in the trial of song, just as I knew you would. I wish. You three didn't make it easy. We needed to be sure that whoever found these 3 gifts would be worthy of them. I'll keep the cape? The cap? Yeah, the cap of song safe for now. We have one last enchantment to weave on these gifts. Find us in the entrance hall and we'll bestow them all upon you once more. Alright, and back to the main hall I go. Alrighty, now let's go back to the entrance. Which way's the entrance? This way. Well done, dear. You've passed all the tests. Princess Aurora waits for you beyond these doors. I can't wait to meet her. I suspect the two will become fast friends. Together I know that you can stop the Never After. You need only to wield the Shield of Virtue, Sword of Truth, and Cap of Song to pass. Alright. That's beautiful.
Hello, my friend.
Oh, hello. You look familiar somehow. Princess Aurora. Do we know each other? Who are you? Who sent you? I'm Queen Ducky. I've been trying to fix everything in the Vale. I remember you from when you were just a child. No wonder you look familiar. Oh, thank goodness you've returned. Has anyone followed you here? Oh, you're not working with her, are you? Do you mean Maleficent? No, for once Maleficent has nothing to do with my troubles. Don't you know? It's the Lore Keeper that's been the cause of all this. From the very beginning. I knew that book was suspicious.
Go on.
Oh, this isn't like her, though. Once she was a friend to all in the valley. But during the forgetting, the Lore Keeper changed.
Oh, no.
She's became colder, less trusting. She wanted to send me far away from my friends in the Vale. When I told her I wouldn't go, she grew angry. If it hadn't been for my aunts, I might well have been sent away to be erased. So, somehow knowing that doesn't make me feel better. Wait a moment. Do you hear that sound? Why, it's like the beating of wings, or... Oh no, she's here! The Lore Keeper is coming!
Until we meet again. Oh.
Oh, Queen Ducky, ever the hero driving the story. You led me right to her. Makes sense, you were giving evil from day one. Evil? Oh no, I'm not evil. You must believe me. I simply cannot abide chaos. Villains always say something like that. Please, listen to me. I can explain. I look out across the Vale and I see muddle and mess. Heroes and villains living alongside one another, chattering machines from far-flung future, alongside brave adventurers from the distant past, and then there's you, Queen Ducky. You're the worst of all. You somehow find yourself in the center of every story, You undo endings, botch beginnings, and muddle up middles. You court chaos and calamity. I'm just minding my own decorating, finding deals at Mr. What? I'm the only person holding everything together here. That's precisely the problem. Dreamlight Valley must be allowed to fall apart. Dreamlight Valley should not be. So when the forgetting came, I began to whisper to some of the villagers. Leave Dreamlight forever. Return to your realms where it's safe, where you belong. It would have worked if it weren't for the few meddling villagers who refused. All of Dreamlight would have been as tidy and quiet as well-ordered library, perfectly peaceful. Then why did you invite me here then? My plans for the valley could never come to pass while Hades and Maleficent feuded. When I heard about your arrival in Dreamlight Valley, I knew you must be useful. You did just as I hoped, brought Maleficent and Hades right to me. But then Maleficent grew suspicious, she nearly ruined everything. I had no choice but to try and have her erased. But what about the never after? Oh, but there is no never after. I made it all up to lure you here. I scattered the great tales from my pages myself to keep you busy. Maleficent, Hades, Aurora? What part do they all play in this? Maleficent and Hades refuse to leave the Vale. I need someone like you to come along and help me convince them. But Aurora and her meddling aunts figured out my plans. I had no choice but to lock her away. Whatever you're planning, I'll stop it. Of course you refuse to see reasons. You refuse to leave Dreamlight Valley behind. How about you leave? Such a childish response proves my point. Queen Ducky, there comes a time in life when one must move on from childish things. Stories that you've treasured when you were young must be put aside, tucked away forever. It's time to grow up. I'll always hold these stories in my heart. I didn't want to have to do this, Queen Ducky, but if you won't step aside and let me bring order to my valley and my vale, then I'll erase it once and for all. Talk to Aurora in the unwritten realms.
My
Where
goodness,
are
I'm
we?
so glad you're here.
It's unlike anywhere I've been before. Oh, a swirling magical void full of flying furniture is strange to you? The Lord Keeper brought us here. Quite by accident, I imagine. This is the same place I found Maleficent. This is where villagers are sent to be erased. Oh dear, she must mean to erase us all, to do away with the valley. I wish my aunts were here to help us. You might not have your aunts. You may not have your aunts, but you've got me. Of course, you're right, and you've proven to be quite impressive. I just hope together we're strong enough to face the Lord Keeper. We must find her and stop her.
I hope to see you soon.
Wait. Woody. Gaston. Huh? Followed me, have you? It doesn't matter. You're too late to stop this. It's not too late. Please, let's talk about this. Now, isn't this time for talk? It's time to erase all of the most treasured tales we have kept here in the Vale. Starting with the oldest story you remember. The oldest story I remember? Well, I guess that would be a fairy tale someone I loved told me when I was small. Stories. Ah, yes, fairy tales. The stories where we hide our deepest wishes and fears. You've grown up now. You must leave it behind. You can't take that away from me. It's more than just the story itself. The sense that the world was much bigger than I thought. As long as somebody I love was telling me a story, there was no limit to places I could go, or the treasures I could find. Don't you see, Queen Ducky? Those are all lies we tell children. One day you must grow up. You must see that they are just stories. They aren't real. Stories don't have to be real. What's important are the feelings they give us, the lessons. You speak truth. Could I be making a terrible mistake? No, of course not. I mustn't let you trick me. You will not sway me from my plan. I never thought I would say this, but I'm getting the forgotten all over again. How strange, Lorky left behind a cloud of snippets.
Truly?
But these don't look like the snippets that were flying about the Vale. What could they be? I think these are pieces of the old story that I can remember. These are precious. I have to keep them safe. You must talk to the Lord Keeper again. There has to be a way to change her mind. We just have to find her and keep catching snippets. Search the Lord Keeper. Cinderella. Rapunzel. Peter Pan. Disney World, Disneyland. Belle. Aladdin. I think that's Night Before Christmas. You again. Ugh. You can't stop me, you know. The story that I have set in motion must come to an end. What story are you trying to... I'm giving you one more chance here. Don't waste it. I almost wish I could turn back, but I can't. Not now. Now I must destroy the first story that ever made you shed a tear. A story that broke your tiny heart. You were still just a child then. Do you remember how sad that story made you feel? I held it in. I wanted to be big and strong. It was just a story. Didn't want anybody to see me cry over something like that. So I held it in. That story made me feel heartbreak, made you know sorrow. But you're an adult now. There are enough sorrows in this world without such stories. There must be put aside. I can't lose that story. If I lose that, I'd lose what I learned from it. I learned we can't be afraid of heartbreak. That's where we learn our best lessons. If our lives had no heartbreak, we would never learn anything. The things that we cry over, they're the things that we love the most. Yes, there is wisdom in that, I suppose. But still, you cannot sway me. I must be destroyed. Search the Lord Keeper and next are demon snippets. Beauty and the Beast. Oswald. Jungle Cruise. Camping. I'm growing weary of this. You must choose me. Must you chase me to end all existence? I'll chase you however far I have to. Ever the pesky little protagonist, aren't you? In any case, there's only one tale left for me to erase forever. Don't tell me you might remember this one, the first story that you ever weaved yourself. Oh, I do remember the first story I ever made up. I did a little sock puppet. I played with action figures and made sound of. I drew it all out with stick figures and crayon on lined paper. The drawings weren't very good, but the story was silly. But I had so much fun letting my imagination go wild. I wonder if those drawings are still laying around somewhere. All those years and you're still hanging on to some trailing tale that thought of as a tiny child. Hey, it's not the story that matters. Making up that story showed me you don't have to be talented to be creative. Anyone can create. Nobody should ever be ashamed about being creative. Creativity is its own reward. I suppose it's true that the best stories are the ones that make people happy in the telling. I scarcely know what I believe anymore. You left me so confused. I need some time to think. Wait. What? Oh wow, you really have to chase these things. Mulan! The Princess and the Frog. Olaf, Hades. Frozen. Disney World. You found me again. I felt so certain of all before. I thought I knew what had to be done. Now I'm not just please. This isn't who you really are, Lord Keeper. Could I have misunderstood the very nature of stories I hold inside? Stories are about the way they make you feel. Stories are meant to be shared with others. Stories are meant to change and grow. Have I callously tried to stifle stories like a seed not allowed to blossom? I feel lost, Queen Ducky. When the forgetting struck, I grew so scared. What is a memory but a story of what came before? I thought that the only way to keep stories safe was to lock them away, to protect them, to leave them unchanging. What have I done? You can always learn from a mistake. You're certain it's not too late? I fear there's something missing from inside me now. The tales that I scattered, they were what was binding me together. I have no idea what to do without them. Queen Ducky caught them all, Lord Keeper. I can put them back where they belong. That one was hard. Aurora. Frog snippet. Bird snippet. I had it upside down. Baby Aurora bassinet. I understand now, Queen Ducky. Dreamlight Valley is a place for stories to grow and be together. Can everyone forgive me? Is there really a place for me here? This village has room even for the nastiest feelings. I suppose if Hades and Maleficent can find a place here, then surely I can. We'll do all we can to help you find your way again, Lord Keeper. And I know just where you should begin. That tapestry behind you. Don't you think there's something else it could show now? Yes, the tapestry. It will become a testament to the story we've all woven together. Oh, wow. Alright, you guys, and we are going to sit back and relax, and we are going to enjoy this, because there is, like everything else, a cutscene. I'm just going to enjoy the music, and you're never too old to enjoy a good book. You're never too burdened with adulthood to enjoy the simplest things. Childhood wonder doesn't go away with age. Childlike wonder, even seeing the sunrise or sunset, is awe-inspiring and amazing. Because it's never the same sunrise as it was the other day or even yesterday. There's always something new to just make you sit back and go, wow. Where our lives are in this day and age, we need to take hold of our inner child and let them come back into light. especially now more than ever, with life's uncertainties and not knowing what the next minute can have in your lives. It's important to just sit back and just have those moments of just being. Not happy, not sad, not anxiety, not depressed. Just being. That's what it's all about. Not living, not thriving, not hustling, not anything like that. It's just about being. And I really hope these credits stop soon before I have to cut this video off. But then I can always record again right away. But I really hope this oh man, we are close. Oh, we're at the 2-minute mark already, folks. Alright, I'm going to stop recording and then I am going to record again. So, I will see you guys in a few minutes. I'm just going to record. I'm just going to hit stop recording and then I'm going to record again. So give me a second, you guys.